Greetings my friends, I'm doing 10,000 pull-ups to pi. I'm doing 10,000 pull-ups to pi. I'm just a normal guy who's doing 10,000 pull-ups to pi. Welcome my friends, it is week 5, if you could believe it. You know, I mean, time does seem to move forward. You know, if I could do it the other way, that would be pretty cool, but you know, I'll go back and change a few things, you know. Get a few lottery number wins, anyhow. But okay, so today is, so we're into the 2000s now. So it's 2001, Elite Odyssey, to 2100. Okay, so hidden behind other numbers here. And I was just going through them because I always, like I said, I've got lots of numbers to juggle within my head now. Because we've got, I was just doing the 4,000, I'll just close that book in case you think I'm cheating in some way. But 4,800, I've kind of got there now, although like I was saying, there's some of them are definitely more in there than others, but overall I think I've probably got about over 95% retention. It's just sometimes they need a little bit of encouraging to come back in my brain, because again, I've got lots of other things going on. But once the whole 10,000 are in there and I don't have to keep learning things, then you know, I'll get it all solidified, and they'll just be like all in there, all doing whatever they do inside of the brain, however that thing works. I've no idea. But yeah, so it's gone okay. But today again, when I write out the 100, I'm like, okay, so I go through it first. I'm like, okay, then I check it with my book to make sure I'm right with the digits. And I think there was one again, I got a digit back to front or whatever. You know, again, these things are happening. That's fine. It's not a problem. You know, but it's just like, you know, puts the seed of doubt. You're like, what happens if they see it live? Not to worry, it's not a big deal. I'm bound to get things wrong. But anyhow, so if you've watched any of my previous ones over the last few weeks, I've been having forearm strain injuries because I was starting to wear a weight vest. That might have had something to do with it, even though there was only a couple of kilos in there. Or it was possibly I just didn't warm up properly or cool down properly. But the strain's not really going away, it's manageable. And I'm going to just obviously keep continuing until it's like I can't grip or the pain is excruciating. But I'll just take a few tablets then. But it's yeah, it's a little bit of a concern, because you know, you want to do these things and know you can get there to the end. I wish I was a bit further in before the pain happened, if you know what I mean. But hopefully again, I'll just keep stretching these things out and there's no real damage, it's just inflamed in some way. But who's to know what's going on there. Okay my friends, I've got much to do again as usual, so I'm going to try and rattle through these things and then we'll get it over with. We'll just rip off the band-aid, the pie band-aid. Okay my friends, let me just first start to see where I am in the journey. The first one is a driveway, and then I'm moving around the streets to a lamppost and a bush and things. They're not that memorable, so it's you know, going forward I want to try and make the positions hopefully a bit more I don't know, I guess not memorable, I guess I've just said that word, but more familiar to me in a way, because that's just walking around the streets, going lamppost, bench, wall, something. So anyhow, it's all an experience and a trial and error, and I'm trying to work out what the best way to do these things. So it's really good that I'm having experiences where it's not as easy to remember, then other ones seem to stick in my mind a bit easier. So that would be good, because then I can reflect back and forth them and then pass it forward to you guys to see what I've learned, you know. But okay, I'm getting on with it now. Here we go. 9, 4, 6, 5, 7, 6, 4, 0, 7, 8. Okay, that didn't feel too bad. That's okay. 9, 4, 6, 5, 7. What did I say? I said 6, 4, 0, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll mention what these two are. Then I'll get through the rest and we'll maybe have a. So again, I use a journey method. So I've gone around. I started at my house at the front door, and I went all the way along to where the lighthouse and all along the seafront, and I'm snapping away pictures. So I've got these places so I can drop the imagery of the numbers, because each number, well, each pairs of numbers, shall I say, represents a character and an action. So the first one is Novak Djokovic. So obviously his action is playing tennis. So in 6-5 is Sophie Ellis-Bextor. So there's a song she did called Murder on the Dance Floor. So Novak Djokovic is there with his tennis racket and he's doing the old "there's murder on the dance floor," however this dance goes. It's something like that, I don't know. And then he throws his racket and it boomerangs back, because 7 is the boomerang, and it just smashes them in the face. And so that's the imagery for that one. And again, the next one, and the reason is it's Novak Djokovic is because N represents 9. Again, you can watch some of my previous ones, but each number represents a letter, and then I just turn those into character names. So Novak Djokovic, N is 9, 4 is D. This one is Steve Davis, the snooker player, so it's S is 6, 4 is D, and he's doing the action of James Bond. So he's kind of in his tuxedo, so he's at the snooker table. He's got his gun. It's snowing in there for some reason. Well, it's actually because 8 represents, looks like a snowman, so I represent winter and things like that. Anyhow, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm moving through my journey, and I'm placing these characters. Like I say, the character here, the first 2 letters does the action of the next character. So again, so that James Bond could be, again, you could be shooting his gun, you could be downing some martinis, driving one of his cars, something like that. You know, I'll leave it up to your imagination how your mind interprets these things. But the last digit, because it's not 2 digits, I'm using a number shape or number rhyme method. So 8, it could be gate, you know, if you want to use a rhyme, or again it looks like a snowman, so I usually just have snow and winter. And 7 could be heaven, so sometimes for the rhyme, so sometimes I use like angel wings on the back of people to represent the number 7, or again it looks a bit like a boomerang, so they can just throw the boomerang, like I was saying, Novak Djokovic doing the Murder on the Dance Floor song, throwing his racket, it's coming back and it knocks him out cold. Okay, so that's how I use it. Hello, Mr. S. How you doing, buddy? Right, so I'm going to rattle through the rest of these, and then we'll see if we're right. Okay, just see where I am now. 9, 5, 1, 2, 6. 9, 4, 6, 8, 3. Okay, so what did I say? Mr. Blobby is sword fighting, and there's a big bush that's on fire next to him. And what did I say for this one again? Novak Djokovic is smashing this big mannequin, because that represents, I've got Sherlock Holmes, so sometimes I've got him coming out of an immersion tank, or I've got him whacking this kind of big fake person with a stick. It's from the Johnny Lee Miller character of Sherlock Holmes that I use the imagery for. Okay, 9, 4, 6, 8, 3. Okay. Let's get through the next ones. 9, 8, 3, 5, 2, and 5, 9, 5, 7, 0. 9, 5. What did I said 9, 8, 3, 5, 2, and 5, 9, which is the Hulk. He's drinking a cup of tea, and there's the Stargate opens up, and aliens come in. Okay, 2 seconds. Right. Okay. So I'll get through the rest, and I'll mention a few of the method I use again. What's that one? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I've used 1, 2. Okay. 9, 8, 2, 5, 8, and 2, 2, 6, 2, 0. Okay, 9, 8, 2, 5, 8, and 2, 2, which is Brian Blessed from the Flash Gordon. I use him with these, so he's flying like Gordon's alive type of thing. And Sean Bean from Sharp, and he kind of falls into this big circle, this big hole. Right. Last 2 of this set. 5, 2, 2, 4, 8, 9, 4, 0, 7, 7. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what did I say there? 5, 2. So that's Emma Bunton from the Spice Girls. So I just kind of use all of the Spice Girls now. They're kind of just there. Sometimes they're interacting with each other. It depends on the scenario in the position. But that's Bob Dylan because 2 is B and 4 is D. So I use the action where there was one of his videos where he's just moving cards and he's got the writing on there. So the Spice Girls are holding, so they're kind of writing they're singing the lyrics in Baby Spice's kind of moving the cards. In 8, and it's snowing. Right, and Novak Djokovic again is dressed as James Bond, and he once again throws his racket, which comes back as a boomerang. Okay, let's see. I was a bit nervous when I revealed these because let's see if we're right on them. Okay, so yeah, that's correct. I have got some wrong before, so I missed the station out a few weeks ago. I just totally went out of my head, so mistakes do occur. Well, everything seems right there, so yes, that's good. Hope you're doing okay, Mr. S. It's looking forward to seeing your pictures on the Instagram or wherever you want to post them. Oh my god! I say the forums. I've kind of strained my forums a few weeks ago, and so it's a bit painful, you know, but it's okay. It's all part of the price you got to pay for the 10,000 pull-ups to pie. Okay, so we'll get on with the next 50, and then I'll kind of discuss a little bit again about the journey method I use. Right. Okay, so just getting in my head something to see where I am. 2, 6, 7, 1, 9, and 4, 7, 8, 2, 6. Okay, I'll try and rattle through these as quick as I can. So I'll not really say what they are. I'll just get through them and then I'll discuss a few more. 2, 6, 7, 1, 9, and 4, 7, 8, 2, 6. Okay. 8, 4, 8, 2, 6, 0, 1, 4, 7, 6. Okay. 8, 4, 8, 2, 6. So there's obviously familiarity there. I know I just said I wasn't going to talk about these things, but and 0, 1, 4, 7, 6. So I'll talk about these at the end again, because you can see the similarities there that always help with your mind. Okay, that's 2 gone. Just massage the forearms a bit. I need some numbing agent to inject in there. Right. Yeah, 9, 9, 0, 9, 0, 2, 6, 4, 0, 1. Okay, 9, 9, 0, 9, 0, and 2, 6, 4, 0, 1. Okay, that works out. Sometimes at this point you're like, you see there's like 4 stations left and you're like, have I got enough spots? Have I done something wrong here? But everything seems okay, so we don't need to panic, so that's good. Okay. 4 left, right. 3, 6, 3, 9, 4, 4, 3, 7, 4, 5. Whew. Oh, I need to be stronger. 3, 6, 3, 9, 4, and what I say, 4, 3, 7, 4, 5. Okay. Oh. Someone's put the heating on in the house and I'm absolutely lathered here. I normally don't have it on. Hey. Right. Normally I would go to the front and do them this way, but because of the strain on my forearms a little bit, I'm going back into the centre. 5, 3, 0, 5, 0, 6, 8, 2, 0, and 3. Whew. Okay. 5, 3, 0, 5, 0, and 6, 8, 2, 0, 3. Oh my god. Honestly, it's just so hot in here. Anyone else joined there? Hey man, too far? Oh, can you not see? Can you not see the can you not see the board? I always bring the board forward at the end so people can see the numbers. That's what is that what you're referring to? Right. So, like I was saying, I create these journeys in my mind, just a route. Could be anywhere. That could be inside the house. Locations I could use: the pull-up bar, the board, the table, the light. Just to lay these actual 5 digits on, which are the characters. Ben Stiller, for instance. So I usually have him from Zoolander. So he gives them the old kind of Magnum or blue steel kind of look. Or there's the scene where the garage and they're playing with all the petrol and things. That's quite amusing. And that's Gillian Anderson. So sometimes I have her just going like this, or there's like aliens, ships floating above her. In 9, it represents it's either a number, shape, or a number rhyme. So 9 could be wine or vine. So in this case it's wine. He's just sitting on this thing down in a bottle of wine. And like 0, 1 for instance is Neo, just the 1. So you don't have to always have the numbers in the letters representing the character, because that is O, because I'll quickly say what it is. So O is, so 0 is O, 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C, 4 is D, 5 is E, 6 is S, 7 is G, 8 is H, and N is 9. So you just use them letters, then you create the characters from them. You create your person, action, object list. So, but like you say, Neo isn't in there, but I'm just representing the number 1 because he is the 1. So you can, like number 7, 07 is James Bond. So I just, I mean obviously it's 007, but I know it's 07 the same, so it doesn't matter again as long as you know what you're changing. But for the most part, I have said Ben Stiller because 2's B and 6 is S. Charlie Sheen for 36. So I almost always use the scene from, I forget the film he was in actually, which was like a bit of the kickboxer thing. So he was like dumping his hands in all the gummy bears. So he dumps it in the chocolate, and he dumps it in the gummy bears and the M&Ms and things to fight the Tong Po kind of character. So he's on this, what's it? He's outside this window anyhow, and on a veranda, that's what I was thinking of, and he's doing the moves of Chuck Norris, because obviously 3 is C and 9 is N, Chuck Norris. So Chuck Norris has usually got his gi on and he's just giving it the kicks and things like this. You know, you'll know all about that, Mr. S, won't you? Mr. Ninja. Oh. And number 4 can represent door, so he's actually on this veranda thing, so he just walks out the door, or he could go in the door. As long as I know in my mind that there's a door involved, then I know 4 goes at the end. So, and that's really just how I do it. So I just walk along, place these characters, the character doing the action of this number, like 74 is Gina Davis, so I have her playing baseball. So again, David Copperfield, so he's doing some kind of magic thing, then he's bashing it with a baseball bat, and then a big snake comes out. So anyhow, so that's how, actually we'll see if I've got them right. Okay, so yes, everything seems good. So here we go. So here's the things on the board with my incredibly neat writing. So you can see actually there's a few patterns here as well. So on here we've got 826 and 826, and here we've got 47 and 47, and there's also a 6 at the end. So we've got 3 6s in a row. So those stations, they all have big fires burning. So there's like 3 in a row. I kind of just know instinctively now that there's big fires burning in the locations. So there's you know, you look for things like that and certain patterns that kind of stick to however you view these things. You know, because again we're all uniquely individual at how we see. Is like I would put these characters in a certain place or certain position doing something, but your particular mind will put them in a completely different scenario, and that's okay. But actually it's not okay actually, you know, you need to copy the same as me, but quite often I just have a placeholder to start with and I see how it works, and sometimes you like the character or the action or something that just don't stick, so you try and vary it or maybe give that character another action or something, because you're allowed to. Once you understand these things as well, you can add as many character actions I think as you want, but I don't know, it's probably better to have less in a way, maybe 1, 2 or 3, you know, because if you have too many that might get confusing to you as well. I don't really know, these are things I'm going to explore and experiment with as I go. Anyhow, that is day 21 of the 10,000 pull-ups to pi, and the forms haven't exploded, which is good. So I'll just make sure I cool down, massage them, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be back tomorrow for day 22. 2,101 to 2,200. Exciting times, and only basically 8,000 to go, so you know, we're almost there. Anyhow, thank you for tuning in, Mr. S, and I shall see you at a future viewing. Have a good day, buddy. Bye bye. Greetings, my YouTubes people. Well, not greetings. I've never delete. Never delete, never surrender. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's out there. So anyhow, I think I've obviously explained things a bit more than I would normally as well, because obviously I started off explaining things and then someone popped in on the live on me, because I've got my phone there as well for the Facebook that I do live. So I apologise for repeating myself a bit more than I normally would. But anyway, I do want to build up. I'd look to have a lot more people viewing live, you know, but in a way I don't actually give notice as well that I'm going live. but still I definitely haven't built up any kind of following where people are, even though I'm doing this or even interested in it, I've no idea. I'm just doing it anyhow, regardless. It's in the end, it's for me, you know, and that's why I don't think we should start anything unless we're kind of all in and it's more about our personal want to do it. But you know, I feel as though there's benefits in this, and 10,000 is a good enough number, which is kind of, you know, seems impressive, but again, that's not for me to say it's impressive. It's just, it seems an impressive number. Like if I've never done any memory training or understood how it worked, and someone's like doing 10,000, memorising 10,000 digits to pi, I'd be like, how can you even do that? So this is why I'm making this, because to show you that it's not as impressive as you might think, although it does take a lot of work. So it is impressive. There you go. And obviously the pull-ups is just for me to add in just the things that I like doing, like it's pull-ups. I'm not enjoying them as much now because of the pain, but anyhow. Okay, my friends, I'm going to go. Got stuff to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 22, my friends. Pull-ups to pi. Bye bye.